Hi everyone, this is Gek. Today I'm going to be demoing MS10-046, which is the new LNK exploit, the shortcut exploit. I'm going to be using this exploit in Metasploit with combination with ettercap. And basically what we're going to be doing with ettercap is poisoning subnets DNS so that all the clients on that DNS are forwarded to my malicious IP address through Metasploit. A little bit of background on the LNK exploit. It was a publicly disclosed exploit. Basically what happens is when you forward Internet Explorer to a specially crafted just the icon, shortcut icon, it is able to do remote code execution on the target. So it's a nice sexy exploit. With Metasploit it works basically automatically, so it's a really nice thing to do. So why don't we go ahead and get started. With Metasploit, there's a neat feature I'm not sure a lot of people use, and it's search. Basically what I'm going to do is do search LNK. The reason I'm doing this is because, like I said, I don't see a lot of people using this. It's handy because Metasploit has so much crap to memorize, and there's no way in hell you could possibly memorize everything unless you're Egypt or HD Moore. I don't know. I can't speak for them. So the exploit we're going to use today is the MS10-046 shortcut icon DLL loader. So we're going to use Windows browser. Sorry, this is for my benefit, not yours. Or I could just say the whole thing. MS10-46 shortcut icon DLL loader. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to go ahead and clear. No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'll clear anyway, so we can just get to the top. Okay, this is a fresh screen, so we don't have all the garbage above us. So I'm going to show options here. Basically, show options, if you haven't used it before or you're new to Metasploit, show options will show you all the options for the exploit. Basically, the important one's SRV host. That's going to be set to our local IP on this computer. This is basically VM, as you can see, VMware. And another important is SRV port, which is our listener. It also says do not change. You don't want to change that. Same goes for URI path. We don't want to change that. It won't work if we change it. But for different browser auto-pwn attacks, you will need to change the URI path to use it with ettercap to 2 quotes. I'll explain more of that in a blog post later on, but it's something I just learned tonight that's been bugging me for a while. So our IP address on this box is 192.168.217.133. So I'm going to set our SRV host to just that. Helps if I have numlock on. 217.133. Okay, so we have our SRV host set, and now I'm going to set my payload. My personal favorite is Interpreter. So we're going to use Windows Interpreter, and we're going to use a reverse TCP shell on this. Okay, let me explain why you're using a reverse TCP. A reverse TCP is basically you set up the target box to act as a server, and then what happens is your attacking computer will connect to that exploiting box instead of the other way around. The reason we do this is because firewalls will often block incoming traffic instead of outgoing traffic. So if we have this computer running as a server instead of as a client, it'll help us a lot when trying to go around firewalls and stuff. This is what I use by default. It requires a little bit more setting up, but it's just like one click, so you're done. So we're going to set this payload. We have some more options, so I'm going to go to show options. We have to set our L host, so we're going to do set L host, and that's going to be the exact IP address from earlier, 192.168.217.133. For you, that's going to be the local IP address of your backtrack box or whatever box you're using. And then we can just go ahead and exploit, and it'll run the handler and the server and the listener. So right now we're running. This is going good. So the next thing I'm going to show you is ettercap. Now, what we're going to be using is the ettercap DNS spoof plugin. So in order to do that, I have to configure the ettercap etter.dns file, and that's located under user share ettercap in that directory there. So I'll just cat that for you so you can take a look. And basically, I just did a star.com and then A, which is the specific flag for etter.dns. And then I just, basically what I did was set the IP address to 192.168.217.133. And basically what this will do is any requests for these top-level domain names, .com, .net, .org, .gov, I can do it for anyone if I wanted to. I could just do it for the whole freaking domain listing. But anyway, if anyone tries to go to any of those addresses using a .com, .net, .org, .gov, it's going to be automatically redirected to my computer and basically my listening interpreter server, which is nice. Okay, so with that going, I just wanted to show you what my etter.dns file looked. Normally it looks bigger because it has examples in it, but I deleted all that crap just so you can see exactly what I have in there. Okay, here we go with ettercap. I actually don't know what all these flags are, and I should, but shame on me for that. But basically, this specifies our interface, which is eth0, and this will specify our plugin. What these are over here, these backslashes, they're actually target 1, and this is target 2. I'm not very familiar, I have to admit, with ettercap. The documentation on it is very horrible in my opinion. But anyway, you can target specific IP addresses. Now, the reason we can't specifically target our IP address or the computer we're going for on this network is because it has Windows Firewall on. And the problem with that is when you send a ping request out to a computer that has Windows Firewall on, it'll just drop those packets, so you won't get any ICMP replies back. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to poison the whole freaking network, and we'll go from there. So here we go. Starting up ettercap. Boom, it started. Okay. So I'm going to go to our Windows box. And here we are at fluffykittens.com. I love this person is a granny and she loves fluffy kittens. So what can I say? So we're going to go to Google because we're going to look for some more kittens. So we're loading Google. What's going on? Oh no. What is this page? I don't understand. Oh my god. What's going on? In testing, when I was using bind TCP, this is normally where the firewall warning would come up, and it would say, hey, what the crap is this? Would you like to run a DLL as an EXE? Normally it's not supposed to do that, but we're going to ask you anyway. And you can click on block, or you can click deny, and then I'll let it do it with reverse TCP. This just completely bypasses this part. Okay, ettercap is running right now. I can just go ahead and shut it off because we don't need it right now. But that's just for me. As you can see, a bunch of stuff happened back here with Metasploit. As you can see, it sent a UNC redirect. Basically, it set up a WebDAV session, as you can see down here, and a Samba share. And basically what that does is creates a directory UNC path for Windows. You know, like you do // go to a server name, and then a share on the server name. That's what it's doing. So, yay, we have an interpreter session. Would you look at that? So I'm going to Control C. Basically, what that does is interrupt. There's supposed to be an exit command, but I haven't quite figured that part out yet. Who cares? So we're going to go back to the main Metasploit prompt, and from there, I'm going to type in sessions. Wow. And that displays my interpreter session. Now you see, I have a interpreter session on the computer HackMe, and then a bunch of numbers, which is, I think, the UID, and then administrator at HackMe, and it shows our connection, which is handy information. So, to interact with this session, I'm going to do sessions-I1. Basically, it says interact with session ID 1. So here we are at interpreter. Very cool. So I'm going to run a PS to show the process list. Basically what this will let me do is it will show me all the processes, and I can migrate to a process where it is run by a user with more privileges, like system, for instance. So I'm going to migrate to process number 660, which is services.exe. And migrating. Okay, we're migrated. Okay, so now check this stuff out. Hash dump. Oops, use privs. Sorry, bear with me for a second. Use priv hash dump. Game over. Basically, what I have is all your hashes. So, game over. Good times. This is what it looks like on the Windows machine. One more time. It's scary looking. Honestly, I'm sure somebody would freak out if they saw this. But there you go. So, if you like my video, here's my website. I will probably be posting this video and some commentary on my blog. I'm also going to be posting this to the Backtrack forums. But anyway, my name is Gek. Again, this is the LNK exploit with ettercap. Thanks. Have a good night.